Hi, this is Neo of Ahhhsoneo. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I will not quit my day job for singing this, we know, people. However, what we are here for today, because we know it's not my singing, it is my final Project Pan finale update focusing on my Anastasia Prism palette. Yep, we're done. Thank you. Stick around if you want to see my final thoughts on this palette, what I'm going to do with it, and just in general how I did with my Project Pan that palette for 2019. So guys, as you know, I always pick one palette that I work on all year to try to finish, and I was doing a Project Pan project with the oldest this time. I had this one here. I do have a second palette as well, but I'm gonna focus on this one and then I'll do the second palette. These were the palettes I was focusing on for 2019 to try to use up, pan that palette. We'll just see how I did, shall we? Okay. My name is Neo. This is my channel, my corner of the YouTube world here, and I like to talk a little bit about everything from makeup, handbags, shoes, you name it, a little bit of everything. And for the last few years I've done a Project Pan That Palette challenge, and this last year I focused on my Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and then I also focused on a really small duo palette from Chanel. Is it a palette when there's just two? I don't know. So I'm going to talk about the Anastasia Prism palette first. Please subscribe. And if you've been here before and you've already subscribed, thank you. You're the real MVP. But if you are new, subscribe. Or if you just haven't subscribed before, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And yeah, I'm going to be honest, guys. This is my last Pan That Palette project. I wanted to keep going in the panning community, but I find that picking one palette to focus on all year kind of means I don't touch a lot of my other makeup. And not that my collection is that ginormous, but if you have more than 5 palettes, we might be bordering on 20 plus. Maybe, yeah, no, we don't count them for a reason. But when you have that many palettes and you choose one to focus on for the whole year, it really becomes a little too myopic. So I am not going to do any more Project Pan That palettes. I'm thinking maybe I'll do a Finish 20 and 2020 project where I'll choose multiple palettes, and then that way it can rotate through. The other problem I had with this palette is that I have very similar colors in other palettes that I like even more than this one. So when I needed a brown or a gold or a bronze or a green or a navy blue, sometimes I wanted to reach for that other palette and not this one. So I think I could have gotten a lot more use out of this. I just I get distracted by shiny things. Anyway, less rambling, more updates, and bam, here we go. I know it's pitiful. So we lost these two because clumsy fingers, they were lost. What did we do though? Other than losing those two, I did hit pan in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other shades. So I'm pretty happy about that one. Obviously Lure has the biggest pan because that's the one I would use as an all over color. I also use Unity a lot, either to highbrow or my brow, underbrow, or a transition color. So those two really did get a lot of use. I liked Parallel. I think it was a great smoky eye, or just a great neutral look. Like today I'm wearing Parallel and Lure and a little bit of Unity, and that was my easiest day to go to wear. I just took this with me on a business trip, and those were the 3 colors I used the most. And then at night I would either use Throne or Osiris to just give a little splash for a little evening time look. But yeah, those were the 7 colors I really graduated to a lot. Sphinx and Pyramid, so the bronze and the gold are just really easy to just use as topper shades. So were really easy to just use as topper shades, so it was really easy for me to hit pan on those. Plus also because they shimmered, they broke apart much easier. They weren't packed as tightly as the other powders. I knew I was never gonna get anywhere with Sphere. I mean, chocolate brown and high brown yellow don't really go that well, so I knew that was going to be limited special occasion peacock type of looks, which admittedly I do maybe twice a year. I really tried with Lucid though. It's I kept thinking I would try to use it as a highlighter, like on my cheekbones and things like that, but it was a little too chunky for me for that, where I felt like when it had a lot of fallout because it was chunky. It didn't adhere to my skin as well as I would have liked. I definitely thought I was going to get more use out of Dimension, and I don't know why, because who doesn't like a good silver? I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you like that? I got that in my lucky box for 2020. It's Sugar Pill, I think it's called Nurse. I'll link that video down below. So yeah, so here is, I'm like, don't get, see what I mean? Like I get distracted. But anyway, so there's this color here. So it's a really cool, like, silver that I really like. And I like the idea of it. But I just, I tended to graduate more towards these two when I was doing a fun evening look. But this here is one of the reasons why I will definitely keep this palette. My first Pan That palette project, I think I did the Lorac Pro, and when the year was done, I just wanted to throw it away. I never wanted to touch that palette again. I was over it. Another year I did the Too Faced chocolate palette, and that one I kept. I didn't reach for it that often, but I did keep because I will on occasion reach for it. This I know I will definitely keep reaching for it, and mainly because of Throne and Osiris. I really do love those two colors and will want to finish them. So hey, you might get a future update with that one of these days. Palette I've been working on is the Duo from Chanel. This is probably about 6 or 7 years old, and it was number 37 Sable Amavant, and I loved this. I would forget about it, but I loved it. And what I really liked, obviously I was trying to pan that dark color, and even in the year when I was aggressively trying to pan that shade, I couldn't do it. So definitely tells me that this needs to be on its way out. I am still in love with this cream shade though. It makes a really great brow highlight. So I was so determined I was going to toss this, but now I want to keep it until I can find a dupe for that color, because it actually was very pretty. So yeah, this one will be on its way out. But that is it. That is my very last project Pan That palette, because I never panned a whole palette. I never will. I've accepted that, and it just makes me too myopic, and I have so many other palettes I want to play in, but I always feel like I should be using those palettes so that my updates can be exciting, and it's like, psh, forget it. So when I do the Finish 20 in 2020, I'll probably choose about 3 or 4 palettes that I'll focus on, and then that way I can rotate through them and not feel guilty if I'm not always reaching for the same one, So yeah, I think that'll be cool. So thanks guys, thanks for always watching my videos. You guys are amazing. You guys totally rock. Remember, the most important thing you can do for yourself is to choose happiness no matter what. Even when you're happy, choose happiness. Like, go, God damn, I'm happy. Have some gratitude for that. Or if you're having a bad day, still say, you know what? It's just a bad day. It's not a bad life. I saw that on a meme somewhere. It really gave me perspective. Anyway, enough of the philosophical ramblings and all of that. And subscribe. Do it. Hit the notification bell. Yeah, do it. Come back and watch more videos and just get to know me, and write some comments down below, because that's how I get to know you guys. So thank you. Ta-ta!